Shout out Q. 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 Shout out Q.
Here at John Handley High School, Olivia Jett joining me, one of the members of the John Handley Lady Judges. A couple games into the season so far. We'll get to that in just a moment. But overall, very successful last season. Not where you wanted to be overall, but what are you sort of taking out of that season into this season that's been working so well so far?
I just think the team dynamic and like the encouragement and the strength and the family that we have built so far from last season, just continuing and showing that this season, I feel like we show as one and like we all just encourage each other and cheer each other on. And I really like
And
that.
in that close bond, obviously that's huge in the game of basketball in terms of a bonding, a relationship with one another. And that helps on the court too, I would imagine. I'll let
Yes,
you
sir.
touch on that a little bit more. But in terms of making sure you're on the same page, what needs to be ran, and sort of in terms of not making as many mistakes because you're all together on the same page. How does that help in your mind?
I gotta say, especially as the point guard, to like be able to trust my teammates and knowing that if I do something or if I mess up, my teammates are gonna be there to help me out and recover from whatever mistake I make. And just being able to bounce back and just the positiveness even after a mistake is just encouraging and just let you know next play and everything's fine.
As a point guard on this team, obviously, I would imagine you have to take a step, be sort of a leader
Leader, yes, sir.
on and off the court too. What is that like? Just being there for maybe some of the younger players on this Lady Judges team so far.
I think it's great to be able to be a leader for the ones that like look up to me because I used to be in the same position, and so just being able to strive in that role and lead by example, is great.
So take me through your off season. Obviously, falling to Charlottesville, not where you wanted to be, but how were you working in the off season to get a little bit better in set for this season?
I was just in the gym a lot, the weight room, the basketball gym, getting up shots, working on everything I needed to do. Showing up to our summer workouts, conditioning. Once again, having the weight room with the team and everything, and just having those also over the summer and just seeing each other work harder and like pushing each other to prepare for the season. It also builds us stronger together.
Absolutely. And in terms of that too, getting in the gym over the summer
Yes,
and
sir.
different opportunities, do you think the bond grows closer in terms of you're not just picking up the season in September, October, November timeframe to get set for the season? You're together way before that, before the basketball season and maybe the schedule is even set, if you will.
Yes, sir. Like as soon as the season ends, we get a little bit of a break, and then we're right back to it. And most of us are in AAU, and then over the summer we have workouts, and we have all that, and then we have the workouts when school starts, and then we have the season. So we're together a lot, and seeing everyone and like their commitment to the team, and that we all go through the same thing but push each other, it builds us stronger to see how all of our hard work gets paid off in the end.
Yeah, and hard work for sure. You were one of the members on the team last year, putting in
Yes, sir.
a lot of hard work. I know you're a couple games into the season this year. Overall, just take me through what really impressed you just collectively from the Lady Judges over this short stretch so far.
I about to say our first two games, it was a hard fight. So I really think that being able to come together at the end and overcoming whatever we had to face in those two games, that's what was great. That was the moment that was great, knowing that we had to come back from a deficit and then gain the lead and then win it. And then our next game, it was tight the whole game. Few like injuries happened, but we overcame it and we sealed the deal.
Yeah, absolutely. And sort of what's it like? And I'm not really sure how long you've been around Handley athletics, but in general, I know each year in and year out, the Handley Showcase. What was that like to get the opportunity to play in the showcase this year?
I'll both say it was really nice to see that our hard work is getting like recognized and being able to have the opportunity to play in the showcase, which we haven't been able to like all my years prior to being here. So just knowing that our team and our program has succeeded and overcame a bunch of things, it was great to see.
Absolutely. The first of many, Olivia Jett of the John Handley Lady Judges. I really appreciate your time. It was a pleasure, and best of luck to you the rest of the way.
Yes, sir.
Reagan Edsall joining me, another member of the John Handley Lady Judges, a couple games into the season. First and foremost, just your name was circling around a lot last season, along with your sister, who is currently at Shepherd, but a phenomenal season overall. Just take me through last season, not where you wanted to end up, hoping you would get to the mountaintop, but a pretty impressive run. Just take me through what really impressed you about last season collectively.
I think for me, it was like everybody stepped up, everybody played their role. Like even if they weren't playing the time that they need, like that they wanted, they stepped up in all the different ways. And I think that team chemistry really brought us together. And even though we didn't get what we wanted, which is obviously like every year, we just want to win at everything, obviously. But I think it's a day by day process, and we'll see how it goes.
Absolutely. So take me through the off season. I know Olivia mentioned a lot of AAU stuff as well, but what was the off season like for you?
I played for Team Takeover this summer, so a lot of working, traveling all around, just having fun, playing at a high level. So just hoping to carry that into this season.
How, in terms of travel basketball and stuff, is there really a difference when you're finishing your high school season, getting into travel, than coming back in, or is it sort of the same?
I would say it's a little different just because, like, commitment. My team for Team Takeover was very, very committed, all wanting to play at the next level. So I think it's a little harder for, like, the dedication here, but I think we're really into it this year, and I'm really excited.
And the team chemistry, going back to that, obviously that you're together a lot. It seems like you have some members you played with last year on the team
Yes.
this year. How is that having them and sort of bringing up sort of younger girls on your team as well to sort of keep that bond together like last year in a sense?
Yeah, I think it's important to have those people come back, to have a strong core. That's like really what you need to win. So as long as you have a strong core, I think we'll have a pretty good season.
Absolutely. And a couple games in so far. I know there's a long season ahead, but a couple close games and a win in the showcase, obviously. Just overall, collectively, what really stood out to you about those games?
I think team effort has been there a lot. Positivity, I think we're uplifting, and I'm just excited. We'll see how it goes.
What does it mean to you getting the opportunity to play in the Handley Showcase? Because I know probably you've seen the showcase year in and year out, and to get the opportunity to actually play in it, what does that mean for you?
I mean, for me, I think it's about time. I think it was a little disrespectful to be honest, but we're here now, so always thankful for the opportunity.
And sort of, what are you looking forward to the most as the season progresses on?
I just look forward to seeing us like get better, seeing our progression as a team, day by day. Obviously, like I said, step by step, and build on top of what we have already.
Absolutely. Reagan Edsall, once again, appreciate your time here on
Thank
Kirby on
you.
Sports, and best of luck to you the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Cameron Hobson joining me of the John Handley Lady Judges and junior on the team here. Last season, really not where you wanted to be, but very successful, I would say.
Mhm.
But obviously, the ultimate goal, getting to the mountaintop, winning a state championship. But what are you collectively taking away out of last year positively that's really helped for you all this season?
One thing I'm taking out of last season is just our hard work and dedication and making sure that even though we did have a good season, that we're constantly pushing ourselves to get to that spot where we want to go like states. So always working harder at practice, kind of taking that on from last year.
And how does the team chemistry help with building each other up in a sense? Because I know talking to the previous two ladies, they mentioned team chemistry is huge with this program.
Yeah, we're all super close and we all support each other. No one's selfish on the team. We all like to cheer for each other and we're always there. Like we talk everything out. So it's good team chemistry.
What was your off season like in terms of just settling in after not where you wanted to be, but what was your off season like preparing for this upcoming season?
During the off season, we have summer workouts like 3 to 4 times a week. Same in the fall, we would have workouts 3 times a week. But we'd also go to tournaments over the summer together, and so that was nice. We got to travel together, stay in hotels. So we built like the new team chemistry up, and we just got to play together. So it was good for this year.
How huge is that you're in summer playing together, sort of figuring out what you do best and what maybe you need to improve on? And granted, this is summer, there's a long time
Yeah.
till the season, but what is that like, just being together and sort of knowing each other's strengths in a sense?
I think it's important just because it makes the flow of the game a lot better when you know what people's like strong suits are and what they can do, and it just makes the game flow. It makes it sense.
Absolutely. So a couple games into the season now, some great wins in the showcase as well. Just take me through collectively what stood out to you and the team and those wins in this season, as we have a lot of basketball left to play.
What stood out to me so far is that we've been super positive and we've just been good together. Like we've had close games, which we've had points we were losing, which is new compared to last year. We were so good on our win streak, so it's good learning how to come back from being at a loss and like seeing how your team reacts. But I would say I'm proud of our team for staying positive and coming back in those situations.
In a close game like that, I bet nerves are a lot. But how do you sort of keep yourself composed, knowing you still have a job to do, and eventually taking the lead and getting the win?
I kind of think just like staying in the present, because I think when you think about the future and like maybe having a loss or maybe winning, you get nervous. So just kind of being in the moment and playing and not trying to get too stressed out about what you're doing.
Absolutely. And just last but not least, what are you looking forward to most about the rest of this season?
I'm looking forward to being with my teammates, hopefully having a successful season and working hard at practice every day.
Absolutely. Really appreciate your time.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
joining me, and best of luck to you the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Now joining me, the head coach of the John Handley Lady Judges, Katlyn Orndorff. Coach, first and foremost, thank you for having us out. And just overall, I know last season, a lot of success, not where you wanted to end up, but take me through in your mind how you saw last season as a whole.
I think it was unexpected. Going 8-15 and then coming back and being 23-1. The girls put in the hard work and it paid off last season.
How does it feel knowing that when you stepped in here at some point, there was this team only had one win, and this was a while ago, building this program up to 23 wins and one loss? What does that say about what does that mean to you coming in here and putting in so much hard work, you and your team?
We've shown Handley pride. That 8-15 season, the girls really laid the foundation for our program that now is, we're turning out wins week after week, and the girls they saw that foundation and they just keep building upon it.
So with that foundation, the 23-1 season, obviously not where you wanted to be, but what maybe bricks are you taking from that foundation to lay into this foundation this upcoming season?
I think we focused a lot on being positive, working together as a team and a family, and we're trying to have that spill over into this season. Different group of girls this season, but they're starting to really gel together, so it's starting to all come together.
All the girls I've talked to talk about team chemistry and how huge is it for this Lady Judges team, all the way from the summer, not just picking up in September, October, November, getting set for basketball, but playing for longer than that. How huge is that they've been together from summer until this point, and what's the benefit of that in your mind?
I mean, when the girls have all that time together, in the weight room and then in the gym. We also went to a summer tournament, which was amazing for the girls. We went down to North Carolina. And I think just the more time they spend together, the better they're going to be.
And in turn, I assume you were with them as well. What is that like? Because are you getting a chance to install your system in what you're trying to run here? And how does that help from that aspect?
Yeah, so for some of the ones that are newer to our program this year on the team, they got to see what we did last year, and we did that a little bit down in North Carolina. So giving them that experience is really helping and paying off right now.
Yeah, so with that too, I mean, obviously you put in that work, and then into the off season, it's pretty much just a refresher for these girls come the off season and the start of this upcoming season. Am I on the right track there?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yeah. So now a couple games into the season, obviously not able to get here before any games. Some close games. Just take me through some nail biters, I would say, too. Just take me through what you've seen out of your team so far that's really stood out to you.
They never gave up in both the first Heritage and the Brentsville game. Both very close games, both very good teams. Heritage came out shooting, and we just never gave up. We're all about defense, I would say. That's our big thing for us.
In terms of those close games, obviously stressful moments, but it seemed like the players were composed throughout in terms of getting the lead, getting the victory. What attributes most in your mind to your players staying composed for the course of an entire basketball game, no matter how many lead changes, so on and so forth?
I think it really comes down to the leaders on our team. They see that the leaders are composed, so it makes the whole team composed as well. And we had some girls foul out too in one of the games, and everybody just kept a level head and kept playing hard.
And what can you say about some of the leaders on your team? Heard from Olivia, Cameron, and Reagan too. Seems like three great leaders that are helping lead this team, because as a head coach, you can only do so much.
Yeah, they've really stepped it up. Olivia came in, put in the time. A lot of them have. Reagan, Cam, Reese, Nikayla. They came in the off season, put in the hard work, and it's just paying off, and it's spreading into the others.
Absolutely. And coach, obviously, I know you've probably been around Winchester Handley for a while. The Handley Showcase, what did that mean to have the opportunity to actually play in the showcase this year?
This is amazing. I know we were in it. It's been a couple years since we've been in it, and finally we're back in it, and we came out and showed up.
Absolutely. So, I mean, from these games early on, what are some things you're looking to take away into the next couple of games and throughout the course of this long basketball season, in a sense?
We're really going to focus on putting pressure on defense and having some different defensive sets. That's our main focus, and then I think the offense will come.
Absolutely. Coach Katlyn Orndorff, the John Handley Lady Judges, really appreciate your time and looking forward to working with you all season.
Thank you.
Shout out Kirby Sports.
Shout out Q. Shout out Q. Shout out Q.